All right, guys, this is my last video for the Appalachian Trail 2022 through hike. So I was on there for 94 days, 1,436.2 miles. And what brought me off trail is I had just neglected a blistering on one of my toes. And anyways, I just kept wrapping it for 3 or 4 days at a time, not paying attention to it, just pushing through it. And it was very painful, but I have a high pain threshold. But it did get to a point after a couple hundred miles that I just, I couldn't take it anymore. So I got off trail at that 1,436.2 mile mark and got a shuttle into a hotel. This is in New York. And I went to urgent care and saw, had it looked at, and they were kind of frustrated with me because why would I let myself, something like this go like that? So it was called a deep ulcer. It just ended up rubbing and drilling down to the tendon and the bone. And that infection traveled to my foot. And then that's what was just killing me, which I'm glad it did because I might have gone longer. Could have been more serious. I could have lost something. And it was just complete neglect on my part. So I came off, they said to be fully healed and closed up, it'd probably take 6 weeks or so, and they were right. It took about that. A couple weeks ago, it was pretty closed up. So when I went out on the AT, it was to do something hard. And it was hard. Let me throw that out there right now. I got every bit of what I wanted. It was the AT is really hard. And I had never backpacked for that extended period of time like that. And it was tough. And I was so happy, I'm happy that I went through that. But one of the tests for me too was mentally, because I'd done all this self-care savage work for years, and I really wanted to do something for a long period of time just to really test where I was at with that. I did do something really hard, and it got really painful, and body was breaking down, and mentally I was breaking down, and how was I going to respond to that, and how would I handle it? Those are all of the things of testing myself to see where I'm at. I was talking to my younger son one day, and I said, he was asking me how I was going and how I was feeling about everything, and I said, Ben, I was like, I'm overall, I feel like I've accomplished what I've wanted to or needed to or got an understanding. I know I'm strong mentally, and I just reinforced it. The minimalizing where I've drilled down all the way into my backpack, and now I'm moving forward from being very minimal. And so I told him at that time, I said, I'm gonna finish and I'm gonna keep going, but I'm gonna move fast now, because I was at 1,200 miles and I was just like, I'm just gonna pick up the pace. I want to move and move past this. Everybody knows I love hiking, and I overland, and I'm fixing to get back into that pretty heavy, and I love to go back on national forest lands and hike all over the place. But I've learned that the through hiking part is not attractive to me. So that was also one of the things to find out, of course, where I was at with that. So the toe thing brought me off again. My whole thing from the beginning was get off and figure out how to get back on. But as time went on, I just resigned to the fact I could have been completely healthy, and I just wasn't interested anymore. The best thing out there was the people. And there was a lot of people that I still would have liked to have avoided, or that were just what I've always avoided, not being on trail too. There's just a lot of those people that are just unhappy and constantly, blaming and excusing, and it's just a constant negative thing. There's still a lot of those people out there. But what countered all that was all of the great people. Most everybody I met was amazing. Outdoor 76 is one of the outfitters. Rob over there that really helped me out with a lot of stuff. And when it was originally with some shoes and some problems with that, my feet before my toe got all jacked up, and a lot of hostels I stayed at. I mean, just wonderful people and all of the trail magic. I can't talk enough about the trail magic and how amazing that was. So many gracious people, so many wonderful people supporting that community. So hiking and the hiking community is amazing. So the AT, Thru-Hike 2022 was amazing. I was able to test myself and got to a limit and did something stupid again around injuring myself, which brought me off trail. But I learned about it. I learned it's not for me overall as a continuation or experience. And I appreciate y'all following, and please subscribe. And we got some more great stuff coming up, and I got my friendly reminders and stuff like that are getting posted most every day. And again, there we go, off to the next adventure. And we got that's good stuff coming up. That's what I'll be talking about in future videos coming up here. Subscribe. We'll see y'all later. Bye.